One of the danger spots in any college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent. And we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Acrisure Stadium, home of the Pitt Panthers. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the SMU Mustangs, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Pittsburgh Panthers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Mustangs will kick it away to start us off. And he's going to try to return this one. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. So Pittsburgh's offense will have the football first. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well together.
Pitt pushing the base.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Breaks into the open. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play call. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. To throw, it's Nolan. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it first down at the 42. They'll try the run. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Guys, let's have a look at SMU. Not sure if you guys saw this, but they had a big-time 4-star running back give a verbal commitment last week. What's his transition going to be like, David?
First of all, everybody saw it. It's all over social media, right? The excitement of landing a guy of that caliber. And just, that creates excitement in the whole recruiting class in this next cycle.
Now they've moved it just inside the 40. 1st and 10 from the 39. The handoff to Johnson. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with 2nd and short.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Finds a crease at the 20. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Mustangs!
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
And the extra point is good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win.
Ball's in the deep ball. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
And in this offense, as a quarterback, you're going to get opportunities to put up some pretty big numbers. You've been impressed watching this guy play early this year. With that last pass completion, he's now already over 2,000 yards on the season.
Oh, he's got some space. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his speed as he moves those sticks. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. Looking downfield, it's Nolan. And he's got him. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
Flips it out on the screen. And that's good for the completion percentage and bad for the yardage. They lose ground on that one. They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. It's on target and complete. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. And this one is perfect. That'll bring him to within 4. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. The give to the back. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 30. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now on 1st down from the 30. They'll run the toss. Finds a little space. Past the 1st down marker and still running. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
They get a huge gain on that toss play, and this running back, when he's got the ball in space, watch out. You see when he's out in the perimeter of the field, he's able to pick his spots. He can make people miss. He's got a bevy of moves.
There he goes. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this 1st period. How about these 2 running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the 1st quarter stats. They flipped into the field and we're ready to play. So 1st down here as they go back to work. Looking for room, it's Harden. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to pass, it's Jennings. Gets it out fast. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing 1st downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys on the field. Stringing 1st downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, SMU! Man, he didn't just put it on his numbers. If he were throwing it at a front porch, he would have put that right in the keyhole. What a precise pass.
Right in the keyhole, right on the button, right on the face mask, whatever it was. Great throw, great timing. Nice job by the quarterback.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. Only a short gain on that run. Defense played it well. Pitt right back to the line.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Throws to the wideout. Complete downfield. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Man, what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking for a man. It's Jennings. Got his man on the right. Turning it on. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The hand to the running back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
The defense is able to finally stop this guy, but he has been on fire. We're only in the 2nd quarter, and he has been absolutely lighting it up in this one. Nice job that time, defense, but you know this guy's going to get a lot more carries.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking for space. It's Harden. They've got him in the backfield, and that will be a loss of pretty much what he got on the previous play.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
Finds a man on the left. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26.
He came into this year with big expectations. Everybody expecting him to stat it up. And now with that last completion, he's already over 2,000 yards passing for the season.
Using the quick game. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Looks as if... injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Mustangs have it with a 1st and 10. Run in the red zone. It's Harden. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Wants to adjust the pattern. Trying to beat him to the corner on the right. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Mustangs! They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here. Cut into this.
Breaks into the open. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Good pushing the base. To the air, it's Nolan. Fires to the wideout. Working the middle. He's down at the 27. They can't stop the clock, and this is a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to throw on first down. Takes the easy completion. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle. It's Johnson.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You can tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. That'll trim the deficit to 15.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. They'll go to the toss. Moves up to the 34-yard line. Give him a 10-yard pickup. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
I love teams that make it a priority to run the football, and they have today. Another good run by this running back. He's been doing it all night, over 100 yards on the day. Really, really good night for this young man.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Might be calling a hot route. Back to throw, it's Jennings. Fires toward the end zone. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a first-rate game so far today in Pittsburgh. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. And with that, let's send it back to the guys on the north side of Pittsburgh.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Pitt will try to boot this thing deep to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They open this third quarter on top, and they've built the lead on the... Oh, he's got some space. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. A 1st and 10 for this offense. They'll ride the hot hand. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
The Mustangs will line it up on 1st and 10. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it from the gun. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Jennings. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
The defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
Buying some time. He'll pull it down and run. At the 20, he's got space. Rustled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive. And the Mustangs, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Makes the catch. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. The Mustangs had tough field position to start this drive. Touchdown, SMU! And the punishment has been extended.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And with the extra point, the score is 28-6. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Gives it on the option. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback
Hits the afterburners. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. It seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Here's the return from inside his 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Power football with the run. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the third quarter. That's the end of the period, and SMU has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Back to the ground with the running back. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Toss to the left. Creates a little space. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. And the Mustangs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Might as well give it to him again. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And this is exactly what this offense wants and wants to continue to do. A couple more first downs. They just got 2 first downs. A couple more first downs, run the clock with the lead. Great recipe for getting the win.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They want that clock to run. Not much there on the run. He gets 1 to the 31. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Mustangs come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Dropping back, it's Jennings. Fires to the big fella. There he goes. Gets it inside the 10, out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Back to pass on 2nd down. Looking to the end zone. And here's the pick. And oh, did they need that right now.
You know, could that be the play that changes the momentum now in this game? Remember, they're down, and it seems like the opponent's got this game in hand, but because of that interception, could that be the play now that generates the momentum to give them a spark to maybe come back and steal this game?
Looking downfield on first down. Working that left side now. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Hit right back to the line.
Man, it's kind of crazy. That's only the 2nd time we've called his number, called his name, like his 2nd catch of the day. We're used to this guy really impacting a football game, and this offense has to do a better job finding him, featuring him, giving him chances to make plays.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Tight end now in motion. Scanning the field, it's Nolan. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. 2nd down coming up. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. To the air on 2nd down. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Here's a heat. And the pass is incomplete on 4th down, but hold on just a second. We've got to see what the flag's about. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Toss sweep right. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They'll try to get the edge on the left. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And the Mustangs come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Now adjusting. Had nowhere to go with that one. Had to just throw it away. A wise decision to keep the field goal in play. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And they don't have to go for a touchdown here with this little time left and with the lead, but they might. Touchdown Mustangs! And the route is on. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
We've been talking about this Big 12 showdown all week, guys. Let's show you how things played out. Kansas was able to cap off a close one in Lawrence with a narrow victory, and that's the mark of a solid program. Pile up wins, build on games like these, and remain focused on the big picture. This game may or may not impact the college football playoff, fellas, but it's bound.
Fires one high and deep. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Timeout called by the defense, and the clock is stopped with 18 seconds left. Back to throw, it's Nolan. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Clock is stopped. Timeout used by the defense. 14 seconds left. So here they come, going for it after giving up that sack and desperately needing to move the chains. Makes the grab. It's Johnson. He will not get it. A 4th down stop for this defense as they try to salt this one away. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Making side adjustments here. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. The pass is incomplete and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. With yet another unranked team taking down a ranked opponent, does a portal help level this out a little bit where it's really difficult to know which team should be ranked in the first place?
I think the portal certainly helps. At the end of the day, though, they just wanted it more today, and that win is going to help recruiting. It's going to help their confidence moving forward. I know this, David, every team on the rest of their schedule, they're now taking account and notice of this team.
And I completely agree. Like, you start to build momentum, and then momentum helps you find more guys in the portal and helps high school recruiting. So big ranked win today. And who knows, maybe this gets them in the rankings in the near future.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.